Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Sweet Stamping. I am Debra Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs, and I come to you each Thursday with a really fun project. Earlier this week, I reached out to my Stampin' friends on my Facebook business and group pages and asked them what kind of project they would like for me to create this week. And overwhelmingly, they said a 3D project. So I am really excited for the project that I'm making today. It is super cute. So are you ready for some Christmas cuteness? All right, let me turn my camera down and we will get started. Okay guys, this is the project that we're making this week. Isn't it so cute? It is a Mrs. Claus treat bag. And the inspiration for this project came from Jenny Hayward. She is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. And she had done one that was a Stampin' Up! Apron that I thought was so adorable. And she used the all dressed up dies. So what I did is I took her apron concept and I decided to make a holiday one. So the instructions that you'll need to make today's project are over on my blog. You can hop on over there, grab this instruction sheet. You'll have a list of the products that I'm using today, as well as the measurements. So we're going to start off with a piece of real red cardstock that measures 4 inches by 6 7/8. And what I did is I scored it on the 4-inch side. I scored it at 7/8 of an inch, and again at 3 1/8 inch. And then I rotated it 90 degrees and I scored again at 3 inches and 3 7/8 inches. And then what I did to create my template is I just cut up each of these score lines on each side, and that creates my little tabs to make the base for my little bag. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adhere and assemble my bag. So I'm going to add some glue here on these little tabs and start putting my little bag together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside and let it dry for a while I work on the apron. So to do the apron, what you're going to need is you're going to want to have from the all dressed up dies, we're going to use this large purse die. Now I took just a scrap of real red cardstock, and I don't need it to cover the entire die. I just need it to mainly cover this kind of triangular section. And so what I did is I have cut one out, and this is the finished one. Now when you cut it out, you're gonna have some little extra pieces that you don't need from the die cut. So just snip those off so that you end up with just this section. And so I have that for my apron, and then from the all dressed up dies is I cut out the little pocket in the real red cardstock, and then I cut out 2 straps, also in real red, so I have those all ready to go. And then again from the all dressed up dies is I cut out 2 tiny little of the little buttons. From the warm wraps dies is I took one of the scalloped edges. Now you want to make sure you select the correct one. There's one that curves up and then one that kind of curves down. So I want to take the one that curves down, and I'm going to use that, and I cut out 2 of the scalloped edges in Whisper White. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start assembling my little apron. So I'm going to start off with one of these white scalloped edges, and I'm going to add some adhesive just here along the scalloped part. And then I'm going to add it here on towards the bottom of my apron. Now what I want to do is I want to turn it over, and I want to make sure that I don't have any of the red showing past the little scalloped edge. So I want to make sure it's all covered. And then I'm just going to snip off the sections that I don't need. Just gonna snip off that little extra. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing for my pocket. I'm gonna add a little adhesive here at the top and take my scalloped edge. Now what I wanna do is I'm just gonna kind of line it up wherever I feel that it looks good. And then I'm going to kind of press down, and I'm just going to cut off those extra sections that I don't need. And that will give us the little frill for our pocket and for our for the bottom of our apron. So I'm going to take my glue, I'm going to take my little buttons, and I'm going to use glue dots. And I'm just going to add a little glue dot here and another one here at the top of my apron at the shoulder. And I'm going to add my little buttons. And I'm going to add on my pocket using dimensionals. I'm just going to put a dimensional on each side on the back. And then we're going to put our little pocket towards the bottom here. All right, so the last thing I want to do for my apron front is I want to stamp my little candy cane. And in the Warm Hug stamp set, there is a little candy cane outline, and then you have another one for the stripes. Now I like to start off with the outline first. So I'm going to stamp that, and then I'm going to come back with the stripes. I just find by doing the outline first, I can see better when I'm putting the stripes on, stamping the stripes. There you go. Now I have already die cut one of these little candy canes out for us. And so I'm just going to take that and I'm going to use a glue dot and adhere that to the front of my apron. Lots of glue dots today. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my apron and I'm going to glue it onto the front of my box. And you're going to want to use tear tape or multi-purpose glue because we want to have a really good adhesion. So I'm going to rest it on there. Now what I want to do is I want to take it and put my box down, make sure that it's flush with the table, because I don't want it, because this is kind of a concave type or kind of a curved here on the bottom. I don't want my box rocking, so I'm going to set that down. Now that that's nice where I want it, now I'm going to take the two straps and I'm going to use glue dots again and just adhere those onto my little apron. Our little apron is done. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Is that just not adorable? Wouldn't that make such a cute holiday little treat to give somebody? So guys, I know that most people had asked for a 3D project, but I couldn't leave out my card people. So what I did is I designed 2 cards with using the apron, and so this is the Mrs. Claus card. I did the same thing where I just did the apron front, and then on the inside is I stamped a row of the candy canes. Now for my straps here, I just put them at an angle, and then I just snipped off the section that I didn't need. And of course, if we have a Mrs. Claus card, we need a Santa Claus card. So I also made a Santa Claus, and I just love how this turned out. I actually, for this one, I used the large triangle dies, and I, again, used the scalloped edge from the Warm Hugs dies, and then I punched out from our little small flower, I punched out a little flower. Now what I did is along here, along the edge, on the pom-pom and on the trim, is I used, you'll see these little squiggles. What I did is I took the little steam stamp from the Warm Hugs stamp set and I stamped it in kind of a light gray to give it kind of a little texture. And then I came back, and you're not gonna be able to really see it well in the camera, but I came back with Wink of Stella. So it's got a really cute little shimmer to it. And then I just love this little sentiment here. You're the marshmallows to my cocoa. As a crafter, I wanted to add more to this card, but with that sentiment, I just felt like anything more I added just really took away from that really cute saying. So I just kind of left the card alone, kept it simple, and sometimes I think simple is perfect. So guys, this week I am offering an ordering promotion. I would love to send you a project kit to make this little cute apron bag as well as these 2 cards. You'll just need to provide your own stamps and inks and adhesives. So all you need to do to get this project kit sent to you is place an order in my online store at $35 or more with this host code. I will have this information also on in the post below so that you can link to it. And then I will send you a little kit to be able to make these 3 projects. But I will also send you or email to you. I will email you the November Sweet Stampin' Friends PDF tutorial, which makes 9 really cute holiday projects. So guys, I want to share with you before I leave today, I want to share with you the events that I have coming up. On November 24th, I have my monthly Stampin' Bunko. Now registration does close on the 14th. We do play online through Zoom and we make 2 projects. Now I mail you the projects ahead of time. And so we're going to be making a mini easel calendar as well as a lip balm holder, and it will include the lip balm in your project kit. Registration is $20 and it will include the Bunko games for Stampin' Up! Product prizes and the 2 projects sent to you. I also the registration for my Jolly Gingerbread Workshop has closed. However, I have ordered a few extra kits because I think when we see this paper pumpkin, it's just going to be just super adorable. So I did order a few extra kits. So if you missed the registration first time around, go on ahead, click on that link and you can register because I do have a few extra openings. And then for this month, we have a really cute, for the December paper pumpkin, we have a really cute, berry comforting kit to look forward to that makes 12 cards. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed today's project. And guys, we will see you next week for another holiday project. Until then, take care and bye-bye.